This is, quite unsettling. The shield of my Lord King in such a state. Is this meant to disturb me? Or is this Myrddin's riddle? I'm sorry, Soul Warden. I'm afraid I'm at a loss. You mean... Yes, of course. Artorius' shield was indeed held over his heart.
I knew it! These...
Well done, my liege. I hope your shield has protected you as well as it has allowed for my protection in this instance. I will see you soon.
I can't believe it. That was not there a moment ago. That wizard floated a tower into the sky, then made it invisible. God's teeth. I suppose, however, that the floating tower is revealed, and it beckons to us. This could very well be every instinct. If Myrddin is very well soul, but I must...
Amazing. Yes, I recognize this tower from Myrddin's jaw. How strange it is to think it has been... Honestly,
Where am I? Is this real? Morgaine, is that you?
It is me, though I am older. Yet, you've grown younger instead. And free of the Crimson Sorcerer.
Enough sibling sentimentality. Damn it, Myrddin, where is Artorius? What have you done with him?
Oh, you tin-plated fool. Can't you put aside your obsessions for even a moment?
Beg pardon, but the fate of the world takes precedent over a sibling reunion.
Cease this foolish bickering, both of you! Within this prison, time and space blur. I see glimpses of the king. At times, he seems real.
The king is within?
The king's fate is long past. What matters now is the present.
Indeed. In truth, my purpose here is to deliver a message to you, Soul Warden. My time is limited, so I'll be brief. Imprisoning myself here was the only way I could end the war and save my sister. But the Tempest is now poised to finish what I started when I was the Crimson Sword. I am stuck here even now. There are two. The only thing, the star, you could cleanse. I have it. I must.
Though it is just the faintest thread of hope, I must thank you. I deeply regret I will. So it is.
That damn fool knight! To lock himself in purgatory, and for what? The chance to glimpse Artorias again? Oh! My brother is the tragic figure here. He may have accepted his fate, but that doesn't mean I have to. The fact he appeared at all proves there is some mechanism at work. I will liberate you from this madness, brother! I will not sleep and— Yes! Crisis upon crisis they stack up by the hour. But I will not abandon my brother so easily this time. No. You'll have to ask Sun about these mines Myrdin referred to. Perhaps the Elder Druids knew of them. I will remain here.
Where were you just now? Did you find a way to elude me? If so, it was only temporary. Our bond cannot be broken.
It's about time. You were gone so I had always heard the staff. If there is some, if the staff is not, that would, if the Tempest are, I would be a hit.
I realize now that I have given you far too many opportunities to join me. The time for an alliance has passed. It will be war, and you will lose.
As usual, I find you walking away from a ruckus barely scathed. I thought my skills in healing might be of use, but I'm glad they're not. You found the corrupted staff of wizardry, did you? The question now is what to do with this infernal artifact. It must be destroyed, but how? Tell me it doesn't need to be cast into the fires of the Shattered Mountain. Cleanse it? But what could possibly have the capability to cleanse such a... Oh, well, of course, you're probably thinking what I'm thinking. Yes, but that is not all. Then you know... I sense, however... Then let's go... I was skeptical of the claims of the Elder Druids, but they knew... I was skeptical of the claims of the Elder Druids, but they knew of this place. The Silent Summit, they called it. It is where the forest spirit resides. Their promises to the angry earth forbade them from coming here. Her voice is the same as that we heard at the forest shrines, and the legends of the Huntress go far back. So yes, I think it's quite likely that she's the same one, and that makes me nervous. Good luck.
I saw you coming from afar, human, and I sensed the foul air of corruption that accompanies you. I know you bear the headpiece of the Magus's staff, and I want nothing to do with it. I thought you were smarter than this. Oh, is this why your polite friend visited previously and asked about the Motherwell? You would seek my blessing to tap into the angry earth's most sacred source of power to cleanse a wizard's bauble? That is your problem, human, not ours. I told you before, the angry earth has sacrificed enough against the Crimson Menace. Allowing a corrupted artifact into the Motherwell would infect it with blight. I will never permit that. See now, here again. Another tactic I've seen from humanity more times than I can count. You impose on nature again and again, and then when confronted you plead ignorance. Be gone, human. I have no more to say to you.
I only heard snippets that carried on the wind, but it was enough to know our request was not granted. My mind is churning with backup plans, something, anything the Elder Druids might have written about. Then we may be done for. We could perhaps shelter here, but the Huntress has forbidden us that reprieve as well. I have to just say it. I sympathize with the angry earth, but that woman... We come here asking for help to battle a threat that would consume all Aeternum, and she can't be bothered. It's tempting to defy her entirely and take our chances in the Motherworld without her blessing. Wait, are you seriously considering this? The Huntress warned that the staff would infect the Motherworld with blight. I don't know how bad that may be, but would that be worth keeping the staff from the Tempest? Still, I can't say what's right here. I trust your judgment. All right. At the risk of incurring her wrath, I will approach her and ask for her blessing again in order to provide a distraction.